TechRaptor here. I'm here with Michael Mendheim, one of the original producers of Mutant League Football and Mutant League Hockey, early 90s, 93, 94. A lot of people have heard about them, a lot of people have played them, but obviously we haven't heard much news or known what was going to come of them for the last couple of years. So, Michael, tell us what you're working on.
Okay, so we are working on this, although this is from EA, so what we're doing is like the spiritual successor of Mutant League, because EA, this is EA's. But I was the creator and the original designer of the original Mutant League, and we've had fans just over the years asking us to make a new Mutant League style of game. So that's what we're doing, and we have a lot of fan feedback. We have a website, www.mutantfootballleague.com, and I send out newsletters and I send out art, and then our fans can feedback on it. So like the diehard fans are very much involved in the project, and then we're also trying to find like our new fan base, right? So people that have never heard of Mutant League Football and want to play it. What's cool about Mutant Football League is about monsters and mutants competing in a game that's very similar to football. Couple differences. In this game, you can kill your opponent. In fact, that's part of the strategy. So instead of deciding like, you know, yeah, you still have to decide if you're going to punt or go for it on 4th and 1. But in addition to that basic sound football fun strategy, now you also have to worry about health. And we also have like superstar players who can turn around the game because they're so awesome on the field. And sometimes we base them on real life players. We parody them. So like in the original Mutant League Football, we had Bones Jackson, right? And beat that out. Anyways, he was based on Bo Jackson, and when we had the animated television show, they changed his name to Bones Justice. So when we do this, we'll do similar things where your superstar characters have amazing talents and weapons on the field, and some of them are based off of real NFL players. But what you do as a game player is you're watching their health, because you don't want your superstar dudes to die. So you have to sit them on the bench and use them sparingly, or you risk having them die. And that's one of the cool things about the game, because even people that aren't die-hard sports fans or football fans, that's how like they play the game, through attrition, and they have a blast playing it.
Well, it's always been a great spin on football. Obviously, we've got NFL blitz where you're beating up on your player, but the ability to kill off your opponent's key players, I mean, that's a huge strategy point right there.
Yeah, and weapons too. And then on the football field, like there's all kinds of hazards and obstacles. So there's like landmines, there's lava pits, toxin sidelines with spikes. When you try to kick a field goal in this version of the game, like the goal posts, sometimes they're alive. Like in Mutant League Hockey, the actual net sometimes was a monster, like a big monster face, so you could only score a goal when his mouth was open. So we're going to do some of that with the goalposts, and we're developing the game for PC, Steam, and we're going to also put it on Xbox Live and PlayStation Network. We're going to run a Kickstarter probably in August. I'm doing a prototype, and when the prototype looks great and it's what we need it to be, at that point in time we'll let everybody know and the press, and then we'll run our Kickstarter. Right now, you know, we're funding the game ourselves. We have a small team, like 8 guys, passionate though, fans working on it, and we have some, you know, the game right now, we've got it up and running. We have a working play editor. We've got character models with shaders, and you know, so it's coming together. It's not a pipe dream.
And speaking of the characters, we got a little sneak peek at one of them. You guys get 2. There's a 2. And they look awesome. So it's going to be good. You guys are working on a Unity 3D, obviously, so you've got a lot of leeway. That's a fantastic.
Yeah, and you know, struggling, like getting the shaders and all of that stuff right in Unity, but it's delivering, so we're excited. It's going to be cool.
It's going to be awesome. You know, I remember playing it when I was younger, obviously, when I was very young. But it's good to see it make a comeback. I know that Matt and I were talking a couple days ago when we were planning out who we were going to interview this weekend. Like, Mutant League Football, I hope that comes back. We walk up to your booth and it says, coming summer 2015, and we're just like, yes, it's back. So we're going to have to start some sort of a hashtag, like MFL is back or something, on Twitter. But I mean, we're excited. It looks awesome model-wise, and obviously we'll get to see a little bit more over the coming months.
Absolutely.
I'm sure, obviously, Kickstarter, you're going to definitely have something to show us. So we'll definitely post a lot about that because all of us are big fans of it.
You know, fingers crossed. But like at the show, I've had like people just signing up on for the fan list, and yesterday I got like 100 names and doing okay today, and it's just like when they see the box or that poster, they're just, you know, they remember it, they just like, they get excited about it.
Absolutely jacked. Yeah, no, it's awesome. We had no idea. I had no idea. I mean, some of us are from the game development background. Matt and I both went to DeVry for game programming and ended up going into IT, but obviously gaming's our passion, so we try to keep a lot of it, but we had no idea that this was in progress, and it's awesome.
You know, it's hard. It's hard, and it's been challenging, but you know, we're not giving up on it.
So yeah, your company is obviously Digital Dreams. You guys are producing the game.
Digital Dreams Entertainment.
You guys are making the game. When did you guys get started? When did you decide that you were going to bring the game back?
I decided that about last year around this time.
Okay.
And we originally got a team together and we started working on it, and we ran a Kickstarter last fall for the game, and we raised about $150,000, but we did not hit our goal. So, but I wasn't showing any game stuff. I was showing concept art, and the game was mainly focused on mobile. And then the fans spoke loudly and clearly to me that they really wanted it on PC. And you know, the price that I was asking for was a little high, so I took all of that and I took like not hitting our Kickstarter goal as like a good lesson. And I walked away from that and I put together a small team and funded ourselves. And we're just building a game, and I think if we're able to show the fans and the Kickstarter crowd a good-looking prototype that's actually working, so they know like we're going to deliver the project and there's no nonsense. And you know, I'm the guy, I've got a lot of games under my belt, so I know how to develop a product. I think we're going to do really well, and we're also going to give them the game on the platforms that they want. And so
obviously, for those that don't know, you've been in Electronic Arts, you've been at 3DO, and then you've been in the game development industry for a long time. The nice thing is, though, you raised $150,000 in concept art. So like, that tells you how much excitement's there. You know, you're gonna come out in a couple months or whenever you decide to bring up another Kickstarter.
Whenever it looks,
whenever you're ready.
Yeah, it's like it's gotta like, people gotta look at it and they just have to smile and go, I want it.
Yeah.
And like the old fans, you know, the guys who are playing this, they want to play it with their kids because a bunch of them like played it with their older brothers or their dads. But I also want to hit like the new kids, the ones that have never even heard of Mutant League Football, but they like, you know, monsters, they like mutants, they like football. Like, I think this game will resonate with them too, but it has to look like, it has to be the game they want to play, and that is 3D, you know, gorgeous environments, great sound, great audio, and, you know, then all the other candy that Mutant League fans
Are you guys, kind of an off-the-wall question, but are you guys thinking about doing any, like, I don't know, Steam has a lot of mod support. Are you planning on doing anything with that, maybe?
Well, like, you know, we have a play editor right now that is fully functional, where not charging money for, but where fans could create their own plays and stuff and share them. I think, like, people like to customize their characters and stuff, so, like, if the fans want that, we'll do it. We're probably not going to have that for the initial release of the game.
Maybe a stretch goal for the Kickstarter.
A stretch goal, but, I mean, when you're creating all these different assets, you know, you have to monetize.
Definitely.
And right now, I mean, there's some core elements that, you know, Mutant Football League just has to have, and we're focusing on that, and it's on our own dime. So while we're wildly ambitious, we're also very cautious to what we can deliver and what we can do. So I kind of look at it like, we get a really fun game out that people like, and it's fun and addictive and it makes you laugh and it's cool, like, we'll be okay, and we can build from that, and we can then, you know, maybe even do a Mutant League hockey. But for now, you know, we're focusing on a sane game. I mean, and it's going to be modest, but it's going to have all the features that, like, fans demand.
That's awesome.
And then beyond that, we'll see. It'll depend on how much funding we can raise or how well the products do once we launch.
And that's the beauty of Kickstarter, obviously. And Mutant League football is known so well that, you know, if people know it's happening, I can almost put money down. So
we hope. I mean,
probably buy a bunch for the team or something.
We were humbled after the last Kickstarter, but you know, there was good reason for it. So
that seems to be a trend though with Kickstarter. I've seen a lot of companies, they've done a Kickstarter, it didn't do well. They took a hard look at it and was like, all right, this is what we need to do, like you're doing, and then they have a huge company. You know,
well,
so
I'm
guessing that's probably what's going to happen, and we're excited for it. So
awesome.
We're definitely glad we caught you here.
And I'm going to email you when we launch that and go, hey, Rutledge.
Oh, we will promote the heck out of it. I can guarantee that. So we're definitely glad we got to talk to you. Thanks for sharing everything. The next coming months, hopefully we can get some more details for you guys. And just stay tuned. We've got a little bit more C2E2 coverage coming for you. So keep your eyes on our YouTube channel, Twitter, and Facebook.